Hunter x Hunter has some of the best dressed characters in all of anime, and that of course includes Killua. I think we can all agree that Killua has the coldest fits in Hunter x Hunter in terms of uniqueness, practicality, and overall style/aesthetic. But something that people can't agree on is which of Killua's fits goes the hardest and which fits could be pulled off in real life. So today I'll be judging every fit that Killua wears in the 2011 anime. I'll rate each fit out of 10 in the 3 categories, making a max score of 30. For uniqueness, I'll be judging it on how distinctive it is compared to Killua's other fits, what other people wear in Hunter x Hunter, and what other people wear in real life. For practicality, I'll be judging the fits on how often they can be worn, what situations they can be worn in, and how easy they would be to pull off in real life. And finally, for overall aesthetic/style, I'll be judging the fits on how well they fit Killua's style, and then the color scheme, the layering, and any accessories. Alright, so let's get straight into this man Killua's closet. Coming in at last place with a total of 17.5 points is this fit that Killua wears during the York New City arc, which is a brown colored shirt over a blue tee with a graphic on it with some gray shorts and Killua's normal shoes. He only wears this fit once, which is a good thing because I really don't like it. Starting off with the uniqueness, this fit isn't the most unique. I think the blue shirt with the graphic is pretty bland and it kind of looks like something a random kid would wear, which is fair because Killua is still a kid. But compared to the other shit he wears, it's just really basic. Same thing with the brown colored shirt, it's super basic along with the shorts, and the shoes are fine, but they're the ones that Killua always wears, so they're not unique within his own wardrobe. Moving on to practicality, this fit is pretty inoffensive and can be worn in a bunch of different scenarios, and the colored shirt can make it work in some less casual situations, and it could be taken off to make it more comfortable, so I gave it a 7. For aesthetic/style, I gave it a 4.5 because I really don't like the way the brown shirt looks, and I think it's super bland and plain, and I think the blue shirt is super uninspired and not very stylish. Overall, I don't see how this fit matches Killua's style that much. He does love layering, which is present, but I just don't think the light brown looks good on him, and the blue shirt just looks super childish compared to the other things that he wears. This fit looks like his mom dressed him, which is not what we're used to with Killua. Like, he be putting that shit on consistently, and this is just a miss from him. So in total, that's 17.5 points, which was bad enough to come into last place, and I really don't like this fit. Up next in 13th place is a fit that Killua wears at the beginning of the Chimera Ant arc. This is a blue dark undershirt with a gray flannel on top with these khaki pants and purple and gray shoes. I already think this is a slight step up from the last one, even though I'm still not the biggest fan of this. Starting with uniqueness, I give it a 6.5. The flannel isn't the most unique, but I like the way the mint green color looks with the blue shirt, but the pants are super basic. Bonus points for having different shoes than usual, but overall it's a super basic fit. For practicality, I gave it a 7 because it's definitely something you would wear to like a casual dinner, but it doesn't really look the most comfortable. And even with taking off the flannel, the pants still don't look comfortable. And for overall style/aesthetic, I give it a 5. This fit still looked like Killua was getting dressed by his mom, but I definitely appreciate the coloring more than the last one. I don't see how this fits with Killua's overall style. I think the mint green looks good on him, but he still looks like a little kid going to church. Like, I don't see much personality in this fit. Gets a total of 18.5 points and comes in second last place. Still looking a little bit tacky, but slightly better than the last one in terms of coloring. Next up is a fit that Killua wears when him and Gon are visiting Aunt Mito and their clothes are getting washed. This fit is just a sleeveless blue shirt with beige shorts, and he's not even wearing any shoes. It's hard to judge this because it's literally what he's wearing when all his other clothes are unavailable, but I still have to rank it. It's not very unique because it's just something you'd expect a kid to be wearing. A solid colored shirt with some shorts, so I give it a 6 for uniqueness. For practicality, I gave it a 7 because it looks comfortable enough to wear at the house and maybe in some very casual situations. Like, realistically, you're not stepping out in this, and you're never wearing this to impress anyone in any situation. For aesthetic/style, I give it a 6 because the colors look okay together, and it is dark blue, which is kind of like Killua's signature color. I do like how the shirt matches his eyes, and it's not like this fit is offensive. Nobody's gonna look at this and say, what the hell is this guy wearing? But it's just the most basic thing ever. So finishes with 19 points and is in 12th place. In 11th place, we have a super similar fit to the last one with just different coloring. This time we have a mint green sleeveless shirt and some purple shorts. For uniqueness, I gave it a 6.5, which is slightly higher than the last one because I think that the mint green is definitely less commonly worn than the dark blue, even though we have seen Killua wear a similar color to this already. Just like the last one, super basic casual fit with a somewhat unique color this time. For practicality, I gave it the same score as the last one with a 7, but this time Killua does go outside while wearing it during Greed Island and the Chimera Ant arc. It looks super comfortable, so it makes sense that he'd wear it while getting ready to fight, but it's probably not useful for anything else. For aesthetic/style, I also gave it the same as the last one because it's pretty basic and uninspired. But again, Killua is able to pull it off and make it look fine, but it really doesn't feel there's much thought or personality behind it. This fit finishes off with 19.5 points and just barely edges out the last one because I like the mint green better than the dark blue. Now, we get into the top 10, and here's where I think the fits start getting a lot better, and these are really going to show why I think Killua does have the best fashion sense in anime. So I'm going to start the top 10 off with the suit that Killua wears to the auction during the York New City arc. It's just a basic suit with a bow tie, but Killua does look hella spiffy in it. For uniqueness, it just gets a 6 because it's just a black suit. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people watching this have worn something extremely similar to this, so I can't give it higher than a 6 even if it does look good on Killua in terms of uniqueness. For practicality, I gave it a 7, which is starting to become a trend. Basically, I'm giving everything that has one job but does it decently enough a 7. And that's like the definition of a suit. It has one job, which is to be worn to a fancy event or dinner, but it works fine. Unfortunately, it's just not getting worn any other time, and Killua is not popping out in this to a fight or anything else. For aesthetic/style, I gave it a 7 because, again, it's just a black suit. Like, I don't have anything to say. It's hella classy and Killua looks fine, but it's not a personal outfit. It's not something that he picked out for himself. He didn't put any thought into putting this fit together. And Gon is literally wearing the exact same thing. So it finishes with 21 points and starts off the stretch of good fits from here on. In 9th place, we have a fit that Killua wears during the Heavens Arena arc that I have mixed feelings about. He wears a black sleeveless hoodie with 2 yellow T's on it over a teal turtleneck thing with some orange brown pants and his default shoes. For uniqueness, I give it an 8 because you do not see the average person stepping out of their house wearing this shit. Like, even though it does have 2 of Killua's favorite elements, which are layering and sleeveless shirts, the colors are creative and nobody else wears shit like this. But for practicality, I give it a 7. Fuck, I'm giving everything a 7 in practicality now. No, it's fine. I'll change that later. For overall aesthetic, I give it a 6.5 because personally, I'm not the biggest fan. I think the colors are all over the place with the black, teal, yellow, and then the orangish pants. Like, when I first saw this fit on while watching the anime, I was actually pressed. I was like, what the fuck is Killua wearing? I was just disappointed. Now, I don't hate it as much anymore, but I still don't understand what the thought process is behind the sleeveless hoodie. Like, why are there 2 yellow T's on the hoodie? What does this stand for? What is this TikTok hoodie, bro? Like, what am I looking at? And if the pants were like a better color, just more like plain brown than like the orange, I think it would look a lot better. It finishes with 21.5 points, and I think it's kind of ass, but like I said before, Killua can pull anything off, so I think it works. The uniqueness is doing a lot of heavy lifting. Now, in 8th place, we have a fit that Killua wears during the York New City arc, which is this kind of tracksuit with a matching hoodie and sweatpants. For uniqueness, I give it a 7.5 because it's not really similar to anything else Killua wears. But obviously, it's not the most creative, considering it's just like a matching tracksuit, but I'll give some extra points for saying ABC and CBA on the front because I think it's funny. It just looks like a better version of like a shitty Nike Tech. For practicality, I gave it an 8 because you can step out in it, but also because Killua wears it when he's following the Phantom Troop trying to be stealthy. So even though it doesn't work at all, it's a thought that counts. For aesthetic/style, I give it a 7 because it's pretty boring and it's just the same colored tracksuit. Like, even though the colors are alright, it's pretty boring. There's not much creativity. Killua didn't sit there thinking, how am I going to make this shit work? How am I going to wear this? It's kind of just throw it on and go outside. But I think it fits his style okay with the kind of dark purple color. And it's not the most creative or good looking, but of course it works. And it finishes with 22.5 points here. In 7th place, we have a fit that Killua wears during the Chimera Ant arc, which is this light purple hoodie with some brown pants and these black shoes. I wish I could have put this fit higher than 7. But like, it just goes to show you that Killua is just consistent, so I just couldn't put this any higher than 7. For uniqueness, I give it a 7 because it's a very basic fit that you could literally see someone wearing in real life right now. Like, go outside, start walking, the first person you see will probably be wearing the shit. But the light purple is a unique enough color, so I bonus points for that, I guess. For practicality, I gave it an 8 because this is definitely something you could wear in a bunch of situations. You could wear it inside your house or at a casual sitting outside, which is pretty much when Killua wears it. For overall aesthetic/style, I give it an 8 because I really like the color of the hoodie, and it fits his style well. It definitely goes in with his typical color palette of purple and blue and dark blue. And I like that he's actually wearing different shoes here. Although it's simple, it's comfortable, effective, and finishes with 23 points in 7th place, and is one of my personal favorites. Now, in 6th place, we have a fit that Killua wears at the start of the Chimera Ant arc when him, Gon, and Kite were hunting the ants, which is this long sleeve black shirt that's tucked into these baggy white pants, and he's also wearing a black belt. For uniqueness, I gave it an 8 because even though the concept is simple as like a martial arts fighting outfit, I've never seen anyone look so tough in like karate outfit. I mean, look at these pants. Who puts on some baggy shit like this when they're about to throw some high kicks? Like, before I hear anyone say it is not that unique. Other people in anime wear stuff like this all the time. Look at Toji from JJK, bro. Killua was putting that shit on way before Toji. Like, this man Toji stole his flow, if anything. For practicality, I gave it a 7 because this fit only served one purpose, which was throwing hands. Also, I guess like training, but you're not pulling up to the function in this flexing your black belt, or at least I hope not. It's kind of weird. But I do think it looks really good considering what it would be worn for, even though it will only be worn in a few situations. For aesthetic/style, I give it an 8.5 because I really like the baggy pants and the long sleeve shirt tucked in. It fits Killua's style super well with the colors of the shirt, and it's actually super similar to the undershirt he wears in his default fit. I also like the black belt for the added aura. Even though I have no idea what the fuck he's a black belt in, I definitely believe it. I buy it. This fit is just so calm. It doesn't have too much going on, but it still looks really good. My only problem is I don't really like these goofy ass shoes. They look like ballet shoes, but other than that, the fit gets a 23.5 in total. Starting off the top 5, we actually have a tie in 4th place with Killua's original fit and the fit we see him wearing as a little kid in a flashback. Starting off with Killua's OG fit, I give it a 7 for uniqueness. Although it's pretty unique compared to what other people would wear, it's literally what we see him wearing the most consistently throughout the series. So within his own closet, it's not unique at all. It's his go-to fit. It's what he wears the most. I give it an 8 for practicality because as we see it throughout the series, he wears it in a bunch of different situations. Like, if you think of a situation, he was probably wearing it during the show. He was wearing it during a fight. He was wearing it inside. He was wearing it outside when they were sitting around doing nothing. He was always wearing this. For aesthetic/style, I give it a 9 because it has signature Killua colors with the bluish purple undershirt and the light purple on his shoes. We get some layering, which he loves to do. And it's literally his signature fit. It has to fit his style perfectly because this is what he wears the most. Now, onto the fit that we see him wearing as a kid in a flashback. It's a turquoise hoodie over a shirt that's super similar to the undershirt in his OG fit, if anything the same one, with gray pants and some smoky gray shoes. I give it a 7 for uniqueness because although the turquoise hoodie has a pretty unique color, I'm pretty sure the undershirt is like the exact same one as the OG fit, if anything just like a bunch of sizes smaller because he's a little kid. For practicality, I give it an 8 because it's definitely nice enough to go outside in. Like, you know, you would feel comfortable stepping outside and people that you know recognizing you and seeing you wearing this, like, you'd be like, yeah, you know, I put that shit on. And Killua's holding a skateboard while wearing it, which makes me think he would be comfortable skating in it, so it's definitely versatile in that aspect. I give it a 9 for aesthetic because I feel like the way the turquoise hoodie looks with the gray pants is super nice. And it does fit with his overall style. We see the bluish purple. We also see layering. And we see some cool shoes that, you know, his shoe game's always on point. His sneaker game's on point. Both of these fits finish with 24 points and are tied with 4th place. Entering the top 3, we're starting to get into some elite fits from Killua with this one. This is a pink sweatshirt over a white collared shirt with some jorts and his default shoes on. For uniqueness, I give it an 8 because we have never seen Killua wear anything like this, especially with the jorts. It definitely looks like something someone might wear in real life. But that might make it even more unique in Hunter x Hunter, where people are just wearing some like the most outlandish shit. Now Killua puts something on that we could be wearing in real life, it might actually be unique in the series. For practicality, I gave it a 9 because that sweatshirt looks comfortable as hell, and this can be worn in most casual situations. But like, if you gotta go to some like a nice dinner or whatever, you could tuck in the undershirt and make it look even more fancy. So I think Killua could just wear this in any situation and have it look appropriate and look good in the situation. For aesthetic / style, I give it an 8.5 because I really like the way the pink looks on him, and I really like the jorts as well. And even though it doesn't really seem to fit with what he would normally wear, I still think he's able to pull it off and not make it seem too tacky compared to his personal style. I think the necklace is a nice touch, and here's when we really see Killua start getting into his accessory bag. And in total, this fit finishes with 25.5 points, and it's definitely one of my favorite Killua fits. Now in the top 2, we have one of Killua's most unique fits with his red sleeveless shirt and some striped green pants with these flip-flops. For uniqueness, I'm giving this a 10. Not only because of the super unique pants, but also because of the black arm accessory thing. I have no idea what to call this. And the necklace, which gives this fit even more personality, and it shows that he put more thought into it. For practicality, I'm giving it a 7. Because it's kind of extra. Like, you gotta plan to wear this shit. You gotta mark your calendar down a week in advance that you're gonna wear this. Because you gotta put everything on. You gotta put the shirt on, the pants. You gotta put the necklace, the little sleeve thing. This is definitely a very much planned outfit, which I appreciate, but that means you're definitely gonna wear it less, and you're gonna save it for some more important situations for you, where you want people to recognize, like, damn, you put that shit on. For aesthetic / style, I'm giving it a 9 because I really like the way the red contrasts with the green. I really like the accessories. And bro, this fit is just so tough. Like, this man is actually the GOAT. Now, onto the number 1 spot. I'm sure it's pretty obvious by now because it's the only one I haven't ranked. We have my personal favorite Killua fit, and it's of course the iconic black long sleeve shirt with the purple pants and the backpack that Killua wears at the start of Heaven's Arena and a couple of other times. For uniqueness, I'm giving it an 8 because even though the shirt is super basic, the backpack with the white straps makes up for it. I've never seen anything like this, not in anime, not real life, not in any other type of fiction. No one is wearing something like this, bro. For practicality, I'm giving it a 9 because it looks super comfortable. You can definitely go outside in it. You can definitely be confident around other people. And I'm giving it an extra point because of the backpack. Because, hear me out, Killua can put stuff in the backpack, so it's even more practical because he can bring stuff with him. For aesthetic / style, is getting the first 10 in this category because this literally embodies Killua's entire personal style. We got the black, we got the purple coloring, we got the backpack which embodies all of his accessory game. It looks hella good.
The backpack is probably my favorite part of this. It really makes the fit. Without it, this would have been a lot lower, but like, bro, the backpack is just so tough. Like, I need this. I really need this in real life. The first time I saw Killua wearing this, I just realized, like, man, what the fuck is cold, bro?
Now, that concludes my list. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you agreed with, what you disagree with. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and let me know what video you want to see next, and if I should make more videos about Hunter x Hunter. Thank you.